it was a good idea until it wasn't. I heard this phrase in a book called The Road Less Stupid. And I don't know about you, I paid a lot of stupid tax, and I love when I can learn from others. So it was a good idea until it wasn't. I went up to my wife this morning. I said, "Hey, we're going in a different direction with the truck wrap, and we're going to lead with 36 to life." And she goes, "What? How much money did you waste? How? What? Huh? Time? Energy?" No, it was a good idea until it wasn't. See, here's what I love about things is if you get going in a direction and you realize you want to go in a different direction, don't keep driving in the other direction. And it was a good idea until it wasn't. And I love how when I get into action, I get clarity. And it's not that I'm not all about EXP or anything like that. It just clicked on me that we're going to roll at 36 to life. And so many people want to stick with things just because, hey, this is what I said I was going to do. This is the direction I'm going. Be okay with pivoting. Be okay with switching things up. Being okay with what is today won't be tomorrow. And if I look at one of the most magical things, looking back and connecting the dots that I've been able to do was pivoting and saying, okay, well, this is what I thought it was. And then we switched a little bit. It doesn't make you bad or wrong or anything like that. So you'll see another design, and who knows, maybe we'll do that design and then decide for another design because it's a good idea until it wasn't or isn't. Sunk cost bias in the book Essentialism, I think it's Greg Mackwitz. I struggle with authors sometimes. In Essentialism, it talks about sunk cost bias. See, so many people end up doing things and then keep doing it because they were already all in or already committed. Sometimes one of the best things that you can do is sunk cost bias and realize that, hey, yes, I've gone to this point, yet it's time to move directions. In the book Lean Startup, it talks about that. And I learned this lesson with the moving box company. Chuck Koska and I had a moving box company, and the opportunity came to pivot to do the planners. And the reality was the moving box company was just a shell to set up and have everything in place so that we could pivot and do the planners, which we did $140,000 in 3 months on a $50 product. So where am I going with all this? What are you attached to? I can tell you right now, I'm attached to nothing. Nothing. And here's why. I'm in a lot less control than what I think. You know, in the real freedom came when I stopped being attached to being married. Because when I was attached to being married, I showed up in a certain way that I thought I had to act. I thought I had to do in order to have her still love me and still be with me. And once I finally said, you know what, fuck this. I'm just going to be me. Guess what? Our marriage got a lot easier and a lot better. And I stopped being attached to it. So what are you attached to? Anytime that you're attached to an outcome, guess what? You're willing to look at things differently and do all of that. What if you were attached to nothing? Now think about that. If you're attached to nothing and you live life on the micro, when things that are out of your control happen, you can adjust. I mean, September 11th, we're on a day where, you know, at this time at 6:42 in the morning, life was one way. And then a few hours later, life as we knew it was completely different for the next, 18 years? We are in so much less control than what we think. So here's what I'm going to encourage you to do. It was a good idea until it wasn't. What are you stuck in that you're just so freaking stubborn that you're like, I'm committed to this and I said I'd make it work? Yet you've got so much more data now that if you had the data that you had before, you would have made that same decision. See, and that's where like when people say, well, I said that I would, so we're going to do it. I don't care what it costs me. Well, you're a fucking idiot. You know why? Because sometimes you get more information and the smartest thing to do is to go in a different direction. I don't know. Maybe I make things too simple. Maybe I'm too black and white. Maybe I move too quickly. I don't know. Here's what I do know. I'm happy. Really happy. You know why? Because I'm not attached to anything. I know I'm not in control. I make the best decisions that I can with the information that I have. And if I get new information, I can make new decisions. You know why? Because I'm an adult. All right. I don't normally do morning videos. Get to go take the kids to school. I have, 13 or 14 coaches coming in today. We haven't even talked about that because, you know what? We sold it out like without even having to announce it. So we got a So You Want to Be a Coach coming up. There's nothing better than having my peeps in town at the Big Arenda. We get another one coming up in November. Lots of fun stuff happening. I think we're going to hit the 500 mark in 36 to life. Got to talk with Glenn Sanford yesterday, the founder of EXP. Got conversations with both presidents. Just good Lord, this is my life. Good stuff. And now I get to take my kid to school. hopefully their ass is out of bed. Goodbye.